There is a small, dusty stone room on the side of a house in Nazareth that no one ever talks about. It has 3 rough limestone walls, a wooden bench along one side, a row of iron tools hanging on wooden pegs. The floor is scattered with wood shavings and stone dust. The smell is sawdust, limestone, olive oil rubbed into wooden handles, and the faint metallic tang of iron chisels sharpened that morning. It is approximately 12 feet by 15 feet. It is the most important room in the history of the world. Because for 25 years, a man and a boy worked in this room together every single day. The man was nearly 40 when the boy was born. The boy was 3 when the man began teaching him. By the time the boy was 6, he was sitting on a small wooden stool watching. By the time he was 10, he was holding tools. By the time he was 13, he was working alongside his stepfather. By the time he was 18, he could run the whole workshop himself. The man's name was Joseph. The boy's name was Jesus. Joseph is the silent partner in salvation history. He says nothing in any of the 4 Gospels, not a single recorded word. He appears in maybe 10 total scenes in the New Testament. He dies somewhere between Jesus' 12th and 25th year, in a moment Scripture does not even bother to record. But for 25 years, he taught the Son of God how to be a man. Every parable Jesus would later tell about a builder, about a foundation, about a house, about a man counting the cost, about work and tools and stone and wood. All of it came from this small, dusty stone room. This is the story of what happened in that room. Built from the Gospels, from archaeology of first-century Nazareth, and from the earliest Christian traditions about a poor builder and the boy he raised as his own. By the end of this video, you will understand why Joseph's silent 25 years of teaching were more important than almost anything else in the early life of Jesus. He was 3 years old when his stepfather first brought him into the workshop. Picture the scene. The family had just returned from Egypt. They had walked back to the small stone house in Nazareth, the house Joseph had built before he ever met Mary. The toddler was holding his stepfather's hand. He was wearing a small cream-white linen tunic. His hair was dark. His olive skin was tanned from 2 years in the Nile Delta. He did not yet speak fluent Hebrew. He had grown up babbling in Coptic and Aramaic at the same time. Joseph led him to the side of the house. He opened the wooden door of the small workshop. The smell hit the toddler. Sawdust, stone dust, oil. Strange, sharp, completely new. Joseph lifted him up onto the wooden bench. He pointed to the wall, to the tools. He named them one at a time. Chisel, hammer, saw, plane, plumb line, square, awl, mallet. The toddler watched. He did not understand the words yet, but he understood the gesture. He understood that this room was important. He understood that the man who had carried him out of Bethlehem in the night, who had led him into Egypt, who had brought him home to Nazareth, was showing him something he wanted him to remember. Joseph said, "These are mine. Someday they will be yours." The toddler nodded. 25 years later, on the morning Joseph died, Jesus would walk into this workshop, pick up the chisel with the worn, smooth handle, and feel the weight of his stepfather's life in his own hand. He was 6 years old the first time Joseph let him hold a chisel. It was a small one, the smallest in the workshop. Joseph had been making it for him in the evenings for over a month, shaping the iron, fitting the wooden handle, sanding it smooth. He had not told the boy. He had not told Mary. Joseph led the boy to the workshop bench. He had set up a small piece of soft limestone, easy to cut. He picked up the small chisel he had made. He placed it in the boy's hand. The boy's hand was small. His grip was wrong. Joseph did not correct him with words. He took the boy's hand in his own, much larger, calloused one. He adjusted the fingers gently.
This made my jaw hit the floor. There's this game-changing wearable cooling device that just showed up at my door. It's basically the answer to every frustration I've ever had about sweating through outdoor work, hot commutes, and brutal summer shifts. I mean, this thing is insane. It literally clips onto any shirt collar, belt, or backpack strap and keeps you ice cold for up to 5 straight hours on a single charge. It's powerful enough to drop your body temperature the second you clip it on, making it the only cooling device you'll ever need when the heat is trying to destroy you. If you've ever bought a neck fan like I have, you know these companies have been ripping people off for years, selling you ugly plastic rings that weigh a pound, die in 45 minutes, sound like a leaf blower, and make you look like you're wearing a medical device from 2003. But there's a limit, right? They can't keep selling garbage that doesn't work without people eventually catching on, and nobody wants to walk around looking ridiculous while still sweating through their shirt. But this thing just completely changes the game. It obliterates every neck fan, every handheld fan, every cooling towel, and every overpriced piece of personal cooling equipment on the market. It's tiny, weighs almost nothing, and uses this Swiss-engineered bladeless airflow technology that was originally developed by precision cooling specialists in Zurich for industrial workers operating in extreme heat environments. And this thing can blast a constant stream.
He showed him, not by telling him, but by letting his own hand teach the boy's hand. Do not grip the chisel, he showed him. Let it rest. Let your hand support it. The chisel does the work. Your hand only guides it. The boy's hand relaxed. Joseph put the small mallet in his other hand. He guided the boy's first strike. A small, clean, ringing tone. A small chip of limestone fell to the floor. The boy looked up at his stepfather, astonished. Joseph smiled. He said, "That is your first cut. There will be 1,000,000 more." He was right. Over the next 20 years, the boy who would one day stand on a hillside above the Sea of Galilee and feed 5,000 people made literally millions of cuts in this small, dusty stone workshop. Every one of them held the same way. Loose, patient, the hand guiding, not gripping. Most people imagine Joseph as a carpenter making wooden furniture. He was not. Or rather, he was. But the word the Greek New Testament uses for his trade is tekton. It does not mean carpenter in the modern English sense. It means builder, craftsman, someone who works with hard materials. In first century Galilee, a tekton worked primarily with stone. Wood was scarce in the Galilean hills. Stone was everywhere. The houses of Nazareth, including Joseph's own house, were built of limestone. The walls were limestone. The door frames were stone. The lintels and thresholds were stone. The grinding stones used in every household courtyard were stone. The cisterns dug under houses for collecting rainwater were lined with stone. The tombs cut into the hills surrounding the village were stone. Joseph spent most of his working days cutting limestone, and he taught the boy how. By the time Jesus was 10 years old, he could identify the 3 types of limestone the workshop used: soft, medium, and hard. He could tell which was best for a door frame, medium, which for a foundation, hard, which for a small decorative piece like a household altar, soft. By the time he was 15, he could quarry a small block from the limestone outcrop behind the workshop, split it cleanly along the natural grain, dress its faces, and finish it for installation in a neighbor's wall. He learned wood too. Joseph kept a small wood supply for doors, roof beams, furniture, yokes for oxen, plow shafts. Jesus learned the local species: sycamore, fig, olive, terebinth. He learned which wood was best for which purpose. But primarily, Jesus the builder was a stoneworker. When he later said, "Upon this rock I will build my church," He was using a phrase he had been hearing in this workshop for 25 years. He did not say much. Joseph was a quiet man. The Gospels record not a single word from him. Tradition is consistent that he was not a talker. But over 25 years of work, a father and son cannot work in complete silence. Joseph spoke. He just spoke in the way builders speak. He spoke about the work. Watch the grain of this stone. Do you see how it runs slightly to the right? Cut against the grain, and the stone will split where you do not want it to split. Test the squareness with the plumb line before you mortar. A wall that is 1 degree out of plumb at the foundation will be a hand's breadth out of plumb at the roof. Listen to the sound the chisel makes on the stone. A clean ringing tone means your angle is true. A dull thud means you are striking at the wrong angle and you are about to chip the stone the wrong way. Do not rush. The stone will be here tomorrow. Your hands will not be here forever. Work at the speed your hands can sustain for the next 40 years.
These transforming glasses automatically adjust to what you're looking at. All glasses have this tiny flaw, but we fixed it. You see, the lenses inside prescription glasses all have fixed diopters, which work, but only for one job. We all know reading glasses help you see up close, and glasses for distance help you see far away. But what if you could have a pair that could let you see crystal clear at any distance? That's exactly what we've invented at Crystal Blue. We created a unique dual lens technology that automatically adjusts to what you're looking at.
A foundation laid in haste is a house that falls in a year. A foundation laid carefully is a house that stands for 100. The boy listened. 20 years later, the boy would stand on a hillside near Capernaum and say to a crowd of his neighbors, "Whoever hears these words of mine and acts on them is like a wise man who built his house on rock. The rain fell, the floods came, the winds blew and beat against that house, but it did not fall, because it had been founded on rock." He was repeating his stepfather word for word. He was 12 when Joseph let him take a paying job alone. The neighbor needed a small repair on a door frame. A piece of limestone had cracked and needed replacing. Nothing complicated, a half-day's work. 2 silver denarii. Joseph told the neighbor that his son would do it. He did not tell Jesus until that morning. Picture the scene. Breakfast was finished. The Sabbath was over. Joseph stood up from the table. He looked at his stepson. He said, "Today you go to the house of Yochanan. He needs a new lintel stone. You will cut it. You will dress it. You will install it. He will pay you 2 denarii. Jesus stared at his stepfather. He had never done a job alone. Joseph had always been there. He said, "What if I do it wrong?" Joseph looked at him for a long moment. He said, "You will not do it wrong. I have taught you how to do it right. Today you do it without me. That is how you become a builder." Then he sat back down at the table. Jesus picked up his small leather tool roll. He walked across the village to the neighbor's house alone. He measured the lintel. He went to the limestone outcrop behind Joseph's workshop. He quarried a block. He split it. He dressed it. He carried it back to Yochanan's house on his own shoulders. He installed it. He smoothed the mortar. He inspected his work. Yochanan paid him 2 denarii. He walked home with the coins in his hand. He set them on the table in front of his stepfather. Joseph picked them up. He looked at the coins. He looked at his stepson. He smiled. Then he handed both coins back to him. He said, "You earned these. They are yours." He taught the boy patience. When a piece of stone cracked the wrong way after 3 hours of work, when the cut went bad and the whole block had to be discarded, Joseph did not yell. He did not curse. He did not blame anyone. He just looked at the ruined stone. He shrugged. He said, That happens? He picked up another block. He started over. The boy watched. He taught the boy honesty. When a customer paid too much by accident, when a neighbor handed over an extra denarius without realizing it, Joseph would walk back across the village and return the coin. He did not say anything moral about it. He just walked back. He gave it back. He came home. The boy watched. He taught the boy generosity. When a poor neighbor needed a door frame repaired and could not pay, Joseph did it anyway. He never asked for the money. He never sent his stepson to collect it later. He just did the work and walked home. The boy watched. He taught the boy mercy. When the village drunk, a man named Eleazar, who slept under olive trees and lived on the kindness of his neighbors, wandered into the workshop one morning and asked for a piece of bread. Joseph gave him bread. He did not lecture him. He did not refuse him because he'd refused him last week. He gave him bread every time, every week, for years. The boy watched. By the time Jesus was 20, he had absorbed the entire ethical system of his future ministry just by watching his stepfather work for 20 years. He had not been taught it in words. He had been taught it in hands and shoulders and the daily ordinary actions of a quiet man who did the right thing every day for a quarter century. From age 12 to age 30, the Gospels record nothing about Jesus. 18 years of silence, no miracles, no teachings, no public appearances. The boy who had amazed the rabbis in the temple at age 12 disappears completely from the historical record for almost 2.
The easiest way to clean your dog's teeth in 2026.
Best way to get rid of stinky dog breath? Crunchy veggies for natural cleaning? Nope. Green chews from the pet store? Nope. Daily toothbrushing battles? Nope. Hold on to your leash, because this one trick helps remove tartar and control plaque without a toothbrush or expensive teeth cleaning visits.
My dog's teeth were so rotten that even professional cleaning couldn't help, and we almost lost her. Until I found this dental miracle that saved my baby. Stella ran whenever I pulled out the toothbrush, but she'd take the green sticks, and I thought that was enough to keep her teeth clean. Then one day she wouldn't eat, whimpered when she tried to chew, even turned away from her favorite treats. Her breath reeked like rotten fish, and one tooth was dark brown. We got an emergency vet appointment, and he gave us the bad news. He told us he couldn't pull the tooth because putting her under might end her life. What's worse, we were lucky to get in because a nasty infection set up in her kidneys. Any longer without treatment, and Stella would have gone into kidney failure. Yes, dental disease can turn dangerous infections in vital organs and kill them. I felt so guilty for neglecting her teeth. I had no idea they could get this bad. We took her home and hoped for the best. I hid the meds in peanut butter and she ate it, but she'd hardly eat the wet food the vet gave us. She mostly laid there whimpering on her doggy bed. I couldn't bear watching her suffer, so I started searching online for anything that might help. And I'm so glad I did, because I found a new study about doggy dental health that changed Stella's health for the better. It turns out there's a lot more to doggy dental health than just bad breath, and you don't need to spend thousands of dollars at the vet for traumatic tooth cleaning. See, doggy dental problems start with something researchers call leaky gums. Plaque buildup loosens gums so that bacteria gets trapped between the tooth and gum, rotting teeth at the root. But that's just the start of the problem. Because when bad bacteria sets up shop in a dog's mouth, nasty bugs and toxins can travel through leaky gums to the bloodstream to wreak real havoc on your pet's health, leading to joint issues, eczema, kidney and heart disease, even early death. Toothbrushing, green treats, and dog chews aren't enough to seal leaky gums. Professional cleaning can cost hundreds, if not thousands of dollars, and only lasts for a little while. And sedation can be dangerous for dogs with hidden health issues. The good news is there's a simple way to seal leaky gums on your own without daily brushing, green chews, or expensive dental cleanings at the vet. It's all thanks to one small change we made in Stella's daily feeding routine, a routine developed by a world-renowned vet named Dr. Randy Aronson. Dr. Randy has already helped thousands of dogs at his world-renowned Paws veterinary clinic in Tucson, Arizona. So I gave it a shot, and I'm so grateful I did. Within days of making this one change, Stella's bad breath disappeared, the tooth fell out on its own, and her gums stopped bleeding. She got her appetite and energy back, and in a few weeks, she was back to her normal, playful self, chewing on sticks, playing fetch, and licking her food bowl clean every night. And it's all thanks to adding this one small change to her food bowl every day. I just had to share my story because I don't want any other pet parent to go through what I did, especially when the fix is so simple. So if your puppy has bad breath, yellow teeth, or bleeding gums, it's not normal. In fact, it could be a sign of even worse health problems to come. Please help them out by watching this free presentation. Dr. Aronson.
Decades.